Sorry it's such a long time in between videos. These past few weeks I've been moving, which, as a lot of you probably know, it takes a long time to move and get settled in. But all my free time has been going to Red Dead Redemption, which I'm sure a lot of you out there are playing as well. And I'm really disappointed how many people I've talked to about Redemption that didn't know that it's actually the second Red Dead game we've had. We had Red Dead Revolver on the PS2 and Xbox a while back, which was a really good game as well. I enjoyed it. It obviously didn't do as well as Redemption, and a lot of people actually didn't like it, but I really enjoyed it. I liked both Red Dead Revolver and Gun. But I'm going to be trying to keep this as spoiler-free as possible. It's been several weeks, so spoilers should be okay by now, but I'm going to try to keep the spoilers to a minimum. So in Red Dead Redemption, you play as John Marston, who is this really kind of jaded, dark, not really angry, because he does have a sense of humor, but he's a bad guy. He has a bad history, but he got married, had a kid. He's really trying to clean up his act and start a new life. But then the government steps in. The government wants some old like guys that John used to run with. They want them dead or captured. So they kidnap John's family and say, if you don't go and kill or capture these guys for us, you'll never see your family again. And then game begins. I really love our main character, John. He's not the over beefed up, angry, serious face guys that we see in so many games, like Gears of War and so forth. And he's not the cute, kind of witty, rather bumbly Nathan Drake average guy that we see a lot of either. He's kind of in between. He's dark, he's a bad guy, but he has a good heart. And he does have a sense of humor, and he does have good intentions. He is trying to start his life over again, but he's kind of forced back into his lifestyle and forced to become, keep murdering and doing all these bad things to save his family. I was really actually surprised how little sex was in Red Dead Redemption. You can't sleep with any of the hookers. I know some of you are probably trying or waiting for that time, but you're not going to be able to sleep with any of them. And even though there are hookers in the game, there is really little sexual innuendos, as we saw in GTA. Except then there's this one scene near the end that when you see it, you're going to be like, whoa, how'd they slip that one by the censors? But they really kind of kept that stuff to a minimum, which was a little disappointing to me. Everybody wanted to sleep with the hookers. I tried about 1,000,000 times, but he kept telling them that he's married. Come on, John, you don't always have to be a good guy. But anyways, the game has tons of hours of gameplay. It really depends on what kind of gamer you are. You can go through the story missions, which will maybe last you about a 15-hour game. But if you're like me and you're a completionist, and seriously, I was out doing all the side missions I could find, all the strangers' tasks, collecting flowers and hunting and everything before I got to any of the story missions. So it can probably run you about 30 to 40 hours, just depending on your gameplay style, which is great because I think it opens the game up to any type of gamer, whether casual or hardcore. The game goes at your pace. Also, as I was mentioning about John being a bad guy, but he's trying to be good, Red Dead Redemption really kind of encourages good behavior on you. Yeah, you can go bad, you can go shoot up a town, you can be an outlaw, but you really get punished hardcore for that, as where you get praised and awarded by being as honorable and good as possible, which I think is actually kind of interesting, where you can go both ways, but the game kind of really forces you into one way, which I think it makes things a little bit more, you kind of get emotionally attached to what's going on a little more. The story is extremely interesting. I don't want to get too far into it, but of course you're going to have your quirky characters, you're going to have your drunk, you're going to have your, all of your little crazy characters that you have in all Rockstar games. A lot of people are calling this a GTA Western. I disagree. I think it's a Rockstar game through and through, just because I think a lot of people only know Rockstar from GTA, but we also had Bully that came from them that had a lot of the same mechanics as GTA. There's so much you can do in Redemption, from just not even the story missions. The game has like these built-in challenges where you can go hunting and being a survivalist and treasure hunting. Oh my god, it's so fun. It's really hard, but it's a lot of fun. There's tons of stranger tasks, little random encounters, and there's a lot of fun, like little mini games. Poker, 5-finger fillet, which is like where you put your hand out and you get the knife and you try to stab through your fingers without stabbing yourself. Arm wrestling. And my favorite is liar's dice. You get these like cups and you shake them and you put the dice on the ground, and then everybody around the table tries to bid on how many 6s there are, how many 5s there are. And when you think someone's bullshitting you, you call them out. And yeah, I don't know why, but I love that game. Poker's a little hard though. I think the game cheats a lot in poker, but it's still fun. Tons of exploring to do. It's very exciting. The travel methods are a little bit different in this game. It is very Rockstar, as in you go to, this town to start a mission, and then you have to accompany or travel so far to where the mission actually starts. I just want to shoot people. I don't want to have to travel so far. And they do it almost every mission, and you have little silly banter you really don't care about in between. Some missions you can skip that. You can just skip to where you're going. Most missions you can't. But they made it a little bit easier on us. Like 9 times out of 10, you're going to be on horseback. So instead of trying to keep up with the other NPC's horse constantly and keep up speed, you can just hold down A and it'll match the speed of the group or the person you're traveling with. Also, you can set up a camp and kind of fast travel or warp, whichever way you want to say it, to another place on the map or a town that you've already been to. The only thing that I always wondered about is if I can save, change my outfit, and warp from my camp, why can't I do that at a safe house? If I can save and change my outfit at a safe house, I should at least be able to warp from there. And if not anywhere on the map, at least to another safe house that I bought. Since you can't, buying property is really useless. So I'd recommend, not. Just buy the improved campsite, and when you save or travel from there, it'll replenish any ammo you are out of. That's so much easier. Buying safe houses, really, really useless. You also collect these outfits by doing these side missions that the outfits need you to do. Outfits really don't do much either. Like one replenishes your dead aim, which is kind of like a slow motion aim, twice as fast. One, you just get, more respect from the banditos or whatever they're called. I don't know. To me, I found them a little useless, but it was still fun collecting them. Overall, I say Redemption's a must-buy. If you don't have it already, you gotta get it. You'll love it, guaranteed. I don't care what kind of gamer you are. You will love this game. It's got something to offer for everyone. You really take the pace of how the game's gonna go. The story's really interesting. There's tons of stuff to do. I can't just pump up this game anymore. So check it out. I'm sure you'll like it. Sorry about the delay in videos. I'll have more coming to you soon. And thanks for sticking around, and thanks for watching.